All right. Hello and welcome everybody to the live stream. Today we are at FD Miami. It's actually a layout that we made here at ADL. I'm Shift as always, and today I have Room with me. As you guys know, he competed in the last comp we had with the streetcars. How you feeling, Vroom?
I'm feeling good. I'm really excited about this track. Really good layout. I think a lot of the drivers are excited to see something new. Really excited to be back up here in the commentating booth with you.
Absolutely, man. We're excited as well. But we're going to do a quick flyby of this track here. So you go through the cones, and then you have a kind of a slow but big flick for initiation with outside touch and go to inside nose clip to an outside zone. All really slow through here. Inside nose clip. It is okay for the lead car to dip a tire on the rumble strip there to outside zone right here. Down to an inside clip. Across the track to another inside clip. And they work their way out here to an outside touch and go to the final wall ride before crossing the line. That is today's layout, and the drivers for Group A. We only have 16 drivers in today's competition, but the drivers in Group A, we did it in two groups of 8. The first group is in here now. They're getting their couple practice runs in, and then we're going to send them. But thank you guys for joining us. We hope you guys enjoyed today's competition. It's going to be a short one, but I mean, that's all right. We still got at least 16 drivers showing up today. It is Father's Day, so it probably has a huge part in why a lot of guys aren't here today.
Yeah.
Get driver names up, so there we go. Driver names are on. Get the bracket pulled up to see who our first battle is going to be. Our first battle is going to be DJ against C-Note.
That's going to be an interesting one.
It is.
DJ really haven't seen him compete a lot in most recently. That's great to see him back.
This track is very, very tricky, so I definitely expect it to make some really interesting battles today, but it's also not forgiving at all. So the wall ride there at the end, it's a very sticky wall. I don't know. I think just gonna be one of those ones today.
Yeah. Like you said, it's a very tricky track. Mostly because it's very slow in some parts, but you can also pick up a good bit of speed towards the latter half. And so I think that change of speed is going to be a big thing for a lot of these drivers.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely, track starts super slow and then, just works its way up to a fairly faster track. So that is going to be probably the biggest factor today. Is just the differences in speed from, beginning to end.
Yeah, most definitely.
A lot of the first half of the transitions are very, very slow speed, easy to over-rotate, be going a little bit too fast.
Also going to be very important for the chase driver to hit his marks. But also trying to keep that good proximity, especially through this chicane area we have, just a little bit farther away from initiation. That is going to be a huge area for a lot of these drivers to make sure they nail.
I definitely agree with you. It looks like we're actually about to get the drivers going here. We got, I think, our first battle coming to the line now. It's going to be DJ against C-Note. All the drivers resetting back to pits.
Oh, there we go. We got Lucifer in here now. Get him.
Oh, okay.
That's where he needs to be. That looks like
All
we're
right.
gonna
I
keep this
wonder
going.
where. I wonder where we're gonna have him set up at.
Probably near the end of the track, I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be the only place that really makes any sense.
Oh, he's in the wall. There you go.
Gonna make his way over here. Probably should have placed him like directly underneath the bridge or something down there. Would have been a nice place for him.
Ooh, a little heavy on the gas into the wall. Really good exit on the chicane there. This long left-hander keeping really close to the apex, goes out wide to that outside zone.
All right, it seems as though our first battle is coming up to the line now. We got DJ against C-Note. C-Note in the 370, DJ in the Aston. Both of these drivers doing burnouts. DJ just roasting his tires. Waiting for the call from the other judge, saying that he's in place. TJ, you're definitely going to see new fresh tires there, bud. All right, I wonder what is going on. I'm assuming we're waiting for him to get lined up. He's lined up. He's in position. Probably just explaining it to all the drivers. All right. Well, this was a track that made after the F1 Miami Autodrome track. Oh, here we go. They're getting started now. But yeah, we made this track after the Miami F1 track. Just seemed like a cool little layout to do, so we did it. Plan to do a lot more tracks this way, so if you guys want to see which ones we have coming in the future, then join the Discord and stay tuned for what's coming. But anyway, here we go. We got our first battle, DJ against C-Note. They're off, making their way through the cones. DJ got a little wide right there, over-rotating and resetting back to the pits. And there's a rule about that where we don't give a driver another run if they do that. So we'll see what the judges say about this. Usually resetting back to pits forfeits your next run.
C-Note finishing out his run, looking pretty smooth there. A little shallow through that last outside wall, but
yeah,
looks like we might get.
I was locked on to DJ, so I didn't get to see all of C-Note's run.
Looks like we're gonna go ahead and give DJ the go ahead for his chase.
All right, here we go. They are off. C-Note in the lead this time. DJ in the chase. DJ playing catch up here through this S-curve section. Oh, getting a little close there, falling back again though. Just a hair, but C-Note putting down a really good lead line here. Pretty much ideal lead line. This track is not easy at all. C-Note could have been deeper in that outside zone there, but he made it across the line, and that's all we really want to see at the end of the day. This track is very difficult. Was put on them, you know, very last moment, but... All right, here we go. Now we wait. Is it going to be C-Note or is it going to be DJ?
DJ playing a heavy game of catch up there in that chase. Had some pretty good spare moments there, making a little bit of rear contact there in that last outside wall, but overall, really great runs by C-Note.
Yeah, C-Note definitely had a really good lead line for sure. Like I said, I didn't get to see his first run, but so we wait for the judges to decide, and there we have it. They gave it to C-Note. C-Note will move on. All right, up next we have Bean against Tempest.
All right.
Wait for these two drivers to come to the line. See Tempest down in the pits still. Alright, here we go. Bean and Tempest make their way to the line now. There we go. Drivers are off. Bean initiates. Really good initiation there from Bean. Tempest going wide. Getting it right back up behind Bean here, though. Bean with an impressive lead line here. Tempest, though, sticking it to his door and keeping it there for a brief second. Bean, though, coming through with a really impressive lead line. What a run there from Bean. Sorry for the bad camera work there towards the end, but really great run there from Bean.
A really great lead. Could have been a little deeper in that outside wall, but really, still really good. Everything you want to see. And pretty good chase there from Tempest. Cutting a lot of track, though, just to keep that proximity. But otherwise, really good run by both drivers.
All right, here we go. Tempest putting down a pretty solid lead line here so far. Bean, though, mimicking everything he does, just staying a little bit back there, sacrificing a little bit. Oh, no. Oh, man. Tempest just going a little wide there and spinning out, going in that green or blue, whatever color it appears to you. Going in that zone there, that section of the track will cause you to spin out quickly. So, oh, and there we have it. They already made a decision, and Bean gets the vote before he could even get stopped at the driver model there, and he had a hand in the air. All right, there we go. Bean will move on. I'm assuming that's what that meant. So it'll be C-Note versus Bean in the grade 8. Like I said, we only have a top 16 today. Vrim, you want to do the next couple battles?
Sure.
All right.
We got a battle between Celeste and Shmei. Shmei in that E36. The light goes out. Celeste opting to take that bumper off. And they come through initiation. Really good line so far by Celeste. Oh, Shmei almost straightening there, but still keeping really good proximity as we get through the fast section here of this track. Celeste running that red line, throwing it right onto that wall. Dips out a little bit through that middle section, but otherwise really good run.
That was a really good chase and lead from both of those drivers.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Really good patience from Shmei in that chase for sure. as we flip them around, get them ready to go for the second run here. Our Schmay initiates a little bit of a tap there from Celeste. Another tap there through the chicane. Celeste losing a lot of ground, gonna have to clear some of that back up. But Schmay continuing to put down a really good lead run here. So like really shallow there, but he puts it on his door. A little bit of a tap there across the line.
Wow, what a lead there from Schmay. Great line from Schmay.
Good, really good driving from both drivers.
Who will get it? Is it going to be Schmay in the E36 or is it going to be Celeste in the S14? Or will it possibly be one more time?
Would be that.
Oh, there we have it. They gave it to Schmay, probably due to Celeste, giving him a little bit of a bump there and falling way back in the chase. So, understandable. All right, let's work our way back over to the start line. Our next battle will be Terran against Miko. Terran in the RX-7, Miko in the E36.
Terran keeping the RX-7 engine exposed as we get ready to send them off. Light goes green and away they go. Terran holding a really good line so far, but Miko really good on his chase. Giving a little bit of a breathing room and Terran into the wall. Just barely taps it, but just enough to straighten him out. Miko finishing out his chase run all the way on top of the wall. All those trains holds on to it. That could have been bad for him, but he held on to it.
That was an interesting. He full sent it into that wall there at the end. That is for sure.
No doubt. Both drivers pull back up to the line. Go leading in that 836. Terran chasing the RX-7. And really shallow there in that outside zone. Straightens up. But Miko still continuing his run, putting down the most baller lead he can. Keeps it safe around that outside wall, sealing in that victory the best he can.
All right. And there we go. They gave it to Miko. Very unfortunate for Terran to lose that way. Unfortunate for anybody to lose that way.
Seems to be the deck that is being dealt right now. Is a lot of over rotations.
Yeah.
A lot of drivers.
This is not an easy track in any in any version. So it's I don't know. I enjoy it. I thought it was a very interesting kind of layout to have competition drifts on and or drift competitions, I should say, on. And I don't know. I think it flows well. A lot of people seem to like it, but yeah, it does definitely make it interesting for tandems because it's a hard track.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
just
it
very
for
slow and tight.
It is, and then towards the end, towards the end of the track, it just becomes a faster paced, quicker transition, stuff like that. So I don't know. It's definitely interesting. I like it. But anyway, Group A is done now. We're waiting for Group B to come in. Tip of the queue, Hoaxy, Sibilek, Concept Jack, Miles Skids, Mark Slides, Atkinson, and Brandon are going to be in Group B. They're going to be the 8 drivers to come in and finish off the top 16.
All right.
Father's Day, though, definitely put a damper on the competition today. Nowhere near as many people showing up as usual or signing up for that matter. didn't realize setting the competition that it was going to be Father's Day, so kind of my fault, but hey, we're out here, we're still doing it.
Yeah.
Trying to make do with what we got at least. Get a flyby of some of these. Whoa. Some of these practice runs. Drone camera just shot way away from the track.
Sounds like it would do that.
Pretty good line there from Concept Jack. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry, thank you. Alright, our first battle of Group B is going to be Tip of the Queue against Hoaxy. Hoaxy, actually one of the guys that helped me design the layout for this track.
Very interesting track, I'd have to say. A lot of the tracks you come up with make me question how you think of these.
Well, when I see something, I'm just like, that'll work. We could do that. We can make that happen.
Oh man.
Alright, they should be finishing up their practice runs here very shortly. Should be getting our first two. A light has went out, so I do believe that that means practice is over.
All right. Yep, we have Tip the Queue coming up to the line. There's Hoaxy. Shift if you'd like to take over for the next two.
Alright, here we go. We got Tip of the Queue and Hoaxy. Tip of the Queue in the Aston, Hoaxy in the 370. Tip of the Queue just sending it way wide on initiation, allowing Hoaxy to pass him. Let's see what Hoaxy can do as they swap positions here. Hoaxy seeming to put down a pretty solid line here so far. Pretty sure he doesn't have to finish his run, but he's going to go ahead and finish. And overall, pretty solid run there from Hoaxy. Not sure what happened to Tip of the Queue on initiation, but he didn't make it. He didn't make it to the inside clip. That's for sure.
Yeah, very unfortunate. You hate to see it.
All right, these two get flipped around now. We'll wait for the light to go green. There we go. We are off. Hoaxy in the lead this time around. Tip of the Queue in the chase. Hoaxy initiates. Pretty good initiation there from Hoaxy. Tip of the Queue trying to hold it together in the chase. Just falling too far back now. going into the wall,
Ooh.
spinning out. Hoaxie just has to make it to the end of this run here, and he will advance. Hoaxie putting on a really good lead run here. Could be a top competitor in today's competition. We'll have to see.
Oh, looks like Miko has a little bit of competition.
If he keeps driving like that, then I'm sure he will do just fine today.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, well, there you have it. Hoaxie will advance over tip of the queue. Up next, we got Siwalek against Concept Jack. Siwalek in the S15. Concept Jack, I believe, is in the C7.
Should be the first time we see a Corvette today.
All right, I wonder what is going on. All right.
Jack is making his way to the line. There we go.
All right, here we go. All right, we got Siwalek against Jax. Siwalek in the S15. Jax in the C7. As the light goes green and we are off. Siwalek initiates. Really good initiation there from Siwalek. Concept Jack giving him no room. Cutting a lot of track to stay on his door there. Siwalek putting down a really solid lead line here so far. Really smooth. Very smooth in that S15. Maybe a little wide there, but overall really smooth lead line here. Jack's constant in and out in proximity on his chase, but Siwalek with a really solid lead run there, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Jack, unfortunately, coming in a little shallow to that chicane there, having to transition a little bit earlier than I think he was hoping to. Having to cut a lot of the track there, just to try and hold that angle. It's really unfortunate.
All right, here we go. They are off. Jack initiates. Good initiation there from Jack. Siwalek also kind of a mimic of last run.
Oh.
Jack seemed like he put a little bit of distance there between him and Siwalek. Not sure if that was coming out of drift or what exactly it was, but Jack putting his bumper fully in the wall with a huge initiation into that wall ride. Definitely making contact with the wall though towards well, the whole time really.
Yeah.
But wow, impressive initiation or wall ride there from Jax. I am curious about what happened in that section where Jack just gained so much ground on Siwalek.
It almost looked like he straightened from my end. So that may have been what happened, but it's in the judges' hands now.
Yep, the judges will definitely let us know. So we just gotta trust them and their decision that they come to. All right, and then after these two get their answer for who the winner is, we're gonna have Miles Skids against Mark Slides, and then we're gonna have Z Atkinson against Brandon. Brandon.
Brandon K.
Yeah, Brandon K. We'll just say that.
All right.
All right, and there we have it. The win goes to. Who was that? Siwalek that gave it to?
Yep.
All right, so Siwalek will take the win over Jack Slaps. Up next, we're going to have Miles Skids against Mark Slides. Miles Skids already at the line, ready to go.
All right. And they are off. Both drivers initiate. Miles Skids in the lead there in that RX-7. Popping the curve just a little bit there, bringing it all the way out to that wall. Mark slides, really good proximity, keeping it right on his door. Really solid lead here from Miles Skids.
And Mark slides with a slight correction, well, big correction there in the chase. Looking like he almost fully came out of drift, had to almost reinitiate a little bit.
Both drivers flip around, head back up to the line, waiting for that light to go green. And off they go. Mark slides, burning tires off the line. Bumper to bumper on transition all throughout that chicane. Miles Skids sitting right there on his door. Coming through the faster section here, falls back a little bit, but closing up proximity really well. Mark slides, putting down a really smooth chase as he's right on the wall. Across the line.
What a run from both of those two guys. Wow. That was very exciting. The whole way around, that was very exciting. All right, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Mark Slides or is it going to be Miles Skids? Two very similar names, two very similar driving styles, two very different cars. All right, it's all in the judges' hands now. Who is going to be to move on to the Grade 8?
They're just really taking their time on this one.
Yeah, I thought it was I don't know, maybe something happened that I didn't notice, but I thought I definitely had a winner in my head for sure.
Yeah, it's I honestly wouldn't know who to call. Face value, that is.
I think the biggest thing for me was the hiccup that Mark Slides had in his chase. I don't know if that was caused from something that Miles Skids did in the lead, or if that was just all, chase error. So I'm not exactly positive, but I know the second run looked pretty smooth from both drivers.
Yeah,
They both pretty much put the car exactly where they needed to. Oh, we're going one more time. Okay.
All
All right.
I'm not too upset with that.
I'm not either. Looks like we're gonna have another go with these two drivers here.
First one more time of the day.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think we were gonna see any at this track, so I'm not mad about it at all.
Oh, major props to both drivers. Right. Both drivers pulling up for their second battle. This one more time battle. Light goes green and away we go. Drivers initiating. Oscar's not fully filling out that zone. Popping the curves a little bit. All the way out to that wall though. Mark Slides, keeping really good proximity miles all over that curb. Mark Slides really starting to put it on his door, right on him, across that final outside zone, all the way across. Puts him into the wall. Man, oh man!
What an exciting battle that was. Well, first run, I should say. They still have one more run. Miles, the spotter, is in his ear right now, saying, "All right, you need to put on a 10 right now."
Yep. Definitely needs to pull out everything. Mark Slides trying not to leave it in the judges' hands. As they come around the first turn, Mark slides all the way out to that outside curb. Coming through the chicane here. Putting his bumper right on that wall. Miles skids for the bumper on transition. Trying to get a little bit more proximity here to that outside zone. Mark slides, huge contact. Oh man. That is going to make it interesting.
Wow. Man, that was a great battle between these two drivers. Here's to hoping the rest of them go that way.
Yeah. Man.
Wow. They definitely it's not any easier to make a decision.
Nope. And it goes Mark slides.
All right. Well, there we have it. Mark is going to move on to the grade 8 over Miles skids. Up next, we're going to have Z Atkinson against Brandon K.
Final battle of the top 16 we have here.
Yeah. Indeed, we got two LS cars. We got a Corvette and a S14 going head to head.
Brandon Kitt in that C7. Z Atkinson in that S14. Making their way both to the line. Brandon will be chasing Atkinson, giving lead. The light goes green and away we go for the final battle of top 16. Brandon a little bit further back than you probably want to be. Atkinson going way wide, hopping the curb and huge straight in there. Looks like he almost tried to shut down his run, but still going. So you're going to go ahead and finish this one out into that blue area, slowing him down a good bit there. But Brandon right on his door through that last turn.
Brandon was pretty much just trying to scrape together anything he could during his chase run there.
Yeah.
Track's definitely not forgiving. You know, once you make one mistake, it's pretty much, you know, game over from there. It's really hard to get back online after you make one little error.
Especially that early. But they're back off. And all the way out there to the outside zone. Really good chicane. Bumping the wall, he goes around! Oh, man. Well, I think that is going to be most likely. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I think the judges are... Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to have much to go off of here, so...
I think the only clean run we have was Brandon's chase, and even that was... I think that's the only completed run we have. And
there we are. We're going one more time. Probably told these drivers, hey, you know, just clean it up a little bit, stay away from the off-track section, and you know, give us something to score off of. So, not a bad call there from the judges.
Nope. I guess very much the right call. We definitely need to see a little bit more cleaner driving from both of these drivers. But here we go on there one more time battle. Green light flashes. And away we go. Brandon, really good proximity, keeping it right with him. Atkinson just cutting all of that inside clip.
Was there contact made from Brandon? Did Brandon make contact with him, causing him to spin?
I don't think he was close enough. My vision was a little bit blocked by that bridge, but I didn't see anything.
Yeah, mine was too, so... Huh. Alright, well I guess we will have to see.
Because I know Brandon was bumper to bumper, or a little bit, but I know he backed off a little bit through that inside clip, but... It looks like Atkinson probably just over-rotated that car, but... Anyway, second run. Brandon leading now in that C7. Atkinson gonna try and give Pretty good chase here, falling back a little bit, closing up heavy. Oh, he overtakes him, going through that chicane. And now just really far behind on proximity, gonna try and close it up through this long left-hander onto this final wall ride, parks it on the wall. And oh man. It's gonna be interesting. See if there was contact or not. I know I didn't see anything. I'm pretty sure the live stream isn't going to help as much either, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yep, is it going to be Brandon in the C7? It is. It's going to be Brandon in the C7 going to take the victory over Atkinson in the S14. And that's going to do it for our top 16. Now we're going to move on to our Grade 8. So we're only going to have one group. So we're going to get this group of guys to join in here. Brandon doesn't have to leave, seeing as he's already in here. Just gonna get these last few guys in here and get the grade 8 underway. Oh, we've got 3 guys from the grade 8 already in here, so awesome.
All right. Well, I guess they just stick around for Group B. So, well, I would.
Yeah, not a whole lot of guys in the competition today, so.
Yeah. But totally understandable.
All right. Well, grade 8 is going to consist of C-Note, Bean, Schmay, Nico, Hoaxy, Similek, Mark Slides, and Brandon.
All right.
Be our drivers in the grade 8. Just waiting for all these guys to come in here so we can get it kicked off. Drivers are able to get practice runs in until everybody joins.
Hey, hello?
How's
Yes.
So there's 45 minutes left on the server. Do you want to just run it or you want to reset the server?
Yeah, we can just run it. We should be able to finish in time.
Okay.
I think at least. Let them get let them get some practice and then just send it.
Yeah, we're going to run it all the way through.
Yep.
All right.
All right, drivers are going to get some practice in. Now we're going to send it from the grade 8 all the way to the finals to decide our winner here today at Miami.
What would you say your big takeaways from the top 16?
I'm really surprised at how well drivers are being able to tandem on this track. You know, the battles that this track is putting through are, I don't know, they're just a lot better than I was anticipating, to be honest. And yeah, I'm just super pleased about that. You know, just drivers, you know, being able to still put on a good show at a super hard track. So, you know, still being able to come out here and drive their best.
So I'm with you on that for sure.
Yeah, this
Any
is definitely
upcoming battles you looking forward to?
I think the Hoaxy and Similek battle is going to be a really good one. I think Mark Slides and Brandon's going to be good. Schmay and Mika, I think they're all the battles left are going to be good battles, I think.
A lot of the drivers now in the grade 8 have proved they can put down a really solid lead run. I think that's what's going to be important for a lot of these drivers, is to have a really nice lead run to get a really nice chase.
Yeah. In order to get a good chase on this track, you 100% need a good lead. So some tracks, you know, I mean, that goes for most tracks, but some tracks you can put down a pretty decent chase even when the lead isn't putting down, you know, the best line. So, all right, looks like we got our first battle. We got C-Note against Bean. It should be really good battle here. C-Note in the 370, Bean in the S15. Who's it gonna be? All right, here we go. Drivers initiate. C-Note putting down with a really solid initiation. Bean, though, right there with him, not letting him get anywhere. Bean cutting a bunch of track to keep that proximity. Manages to stay with him, but still certainly cut a bunch of track there. C-Note with a really good lead line here, all the way up until that point there, going off track. That is an absolute no-go section, then hitting the wall and incompleting. Very unfortunate there for C-Note. Really good line up until going into the wall there at the end.
Commentator curse strikes again.
Yep, that's how it works.
Yep.
Alright, well, we'll see what these drivers can do as they get flipped around. Bean now will give lead, and C-Note will give chase. Light goes green, and drivers are off. Alright, Bean initiates. Really good initiation there from Bean. C-Note bumper to bumper on transition. Even give him a little bump there through the tight S-curve. Not throwing him too much offline, though. Being able to keep it together. C-Note putting it right on his door. Being really aggressive in the chase. Knowing that he has to really sway the judges if he wants them to go his way. Going into the side of Bean again, C-Note does. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Just a little too aggressive there in the chase, I would say.
C-Note knew what he had to do, was to put as much pressure as he could on Bean to try and force a mistake, but unfortunately, Bean holding his line very well.
Yeah.
There it is.
Indeed, Bean definitely put down a really solid lead line and really good chase, too. C-Note just unfortunately having that incomplete, so... Alright, we got our next battle here at the line. We got Shmei versus Miko. Both drivers in the E36. Drivers are at the line, waiting for the light to go green. And they are off. Drivers initiate. Really good initiation there from both drivers. Miko right on the door of Shmei. Miko not giving Shmei any room at all, mimicking him through that entire section there. A little waver in there from both drivers. Both still keeping on a really good line here, though. Miko being really aggressive in the chase. Shmei putting down what I would call a pretty solid, really decent lead run, I would say, there from
sure.
Shmei. Allowed Miko to have a really, really good chase, so see what Shmei can do as they flip around. Alright, here we go. Drivers are flipped around. Miko in the lead now. Shmei in the chase. Miko with a really smooth initiation there. Lots of angle. Really smooth. Staying on track. Putting his car right on the wall there. Shmei sticking close by. Not letting Miko get out of his sights there. Miko, very, very good line. Super aware of where his car is on track. Wow, what a line there from Miko. Good chase there from Shmei as well. Just overall great battle all the way around. Even though the drone camera was being not so cooperative.
Shmei almost looked like he had to straighten on that second outside zone. I'll have to see how the judges look at it, but Miko with a really great lead, throwing it all the way out there.
Yeah, Miko definitely was super, super smooth in the lead. And like I said, seemed like he was totally aware of where his car was at on track, you know, right to the edge, right where he needs to be, everything. All right, well, I know this for sure. The winner is driving a BMW, and it has red on it.
Oh, dude, that narrows it down tremendously. I think I feel the same way. You know.
Yep. Man, judges really deliberating on the calls here, making sure that they're going over everything before making a decision.
Making sure they get that right call out for sure.
All right, well, after these guys receive a call, our battle next is going to be Hoaxie against Civilek. Hoaxie in the 370. Civilek, I think, was in the S15.
Mm-hmm.
Both really good drivers, so we shall see. And it looks like they have given it to Miko. So Miko will move on. He will move on to the final 4. Shmei will be eliminated, unfortunately. But up next, we got Hoaxie against Civilek. We wait for these 2 drivers to make their way to the line.
Hoaxie in that Art of War 370. Civilek in the S15. Both drivers getting ready to go here. And they are off. Both drivers initiate. Civilek a little bit shallow with his angle, but still keeping really close to Hoaxie. He's going all the way out to that zone. Really good line so far. Shmei bumper to bumper on that transition. Not really mimicking angle very well throughout this run, but still really good proximity. Hoaxie could go a little bit deeper in that outside zone, but overall really good runs by both drivers.
I would have to agree.
Right. Driver getting ready to go. They are off. The drivers initiate. Hoaxie mashing angle really well, popping the curb a little bit there. Civilek on the brakes. Make sure you got out to that zone. Hoaxie a little bit wide there, trying to close up proximity. Almost parks it on track, really shallow. Straightens up, a little bit of contact.
No! You hate to see it.
Oh, man. Everything was going so well. We're going to have such a great battle, but unfortunately, a little too hard on the brakes there, trying to keep off from hitting Civilek. Just like pretty much shut him down right there.
Man, very unfortunate ending there for Hoaxie for sure.
Very good driver. Hate to see it.
But we'll see, because I mean, Civilek definitely made some mistakes in his chase as well. So, and there you have it. They're gonna give it to Civilek. Civilek's gonna move on over Hoaxie, and now we got Mark Slides against Brandon.
Both drivers in those big body cars. Brandon in the C7, Mark Slides in the Aston Martin.
Yeah, it is gonna be cool to see 2 wide body cars going around this track together.
And both drivers getting ready to go. The green light flashes. Mark Slides getting some good distance on Brandon right through initiation. And it's going to have to close that up. As he does, and then right onto his door through his long left-hander. Almost huge angle there from Brandon. That takes away a lot of his proximity. Mark Slides filling that zone pretty well. Could have been a little bit deeper there towards the end. Brandon's going to have his work cut out for him.
Really solid lead there from Mark Slides.
Get both drivers lined up. Mark slides in a little bit further back and to go ahead and get a little bit of a jump there. Drivers initiate. Mark slides right there on Brandon. Bumper to bumper on transition. Brandon making his way to this faster section here. Mark slides have to close up some of that proximity. And he does just that through this long left-hander. Brandon not really getting out to that outside zone, but throwing it right on the wall. But Mark slides is right with him. Door to door across the line.
Man, this track has got some good battles here at it. Don't even know how to say it. Lots of good battles are going to happen at this track. That's what I meant. All right.
Wait for the call here.
Who's going to move on to the semifinals? It's definitely cool though to see that the bigger cars don't really struggle to get their way around this track.
Oh yeah, I would assume with it being such a tight track, people would want to stray away from that and probably sit themselves in the RX-7 or the 370. But it's nice to see people being able to be comfortable with these big body cars.
Yeah, I know. I was driving the C7 around it, and it actually was pretty nice.
No sight of the Genesis today, though.
Nope, I thought that as well. I was even, when I was assigning it to the server, I was like, do I even need this car in here today? But I still added one just in case.
Yeah.
All right. What are the judges gonna say? There we have it. Mark Slides takes the victory over Brandon, and he will move on to the semifinals. Semifinals, we got Bean against Miko. We got Siwalek against Mark Slides. But we also have a battle for third place as well, so... We got 4 more battles to go. Alright, here we go. Bean and Miko make their way to the line. Oops.
Alright. You take it away?
Yeah. Alright, here we go. We got Bean in the lead against Miko in the chase. Bean in that S15, Miko in the E36. Both drivers doing exactly what they need to do. Bean could have been a little deeper out there in that section, but both drivers making their way around the track. Oh, Bean got a little wide there. Managed to pull it back together, keep himself composed, but sends it completely backwards into that wall, making contact. Miko doing everything he could to avoid from contacting Bean, but still going into the side of him.
Miko surprisingly still able to hold angle through that.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Drivers get flipped around. Miko in the lead this time. Bean in the chase. All right, here we go. Drivers are off. Miko initiates. Really smooth initiation there for Miko. Bean could definitely be closer. Getting that proximity back now. Was there for a split second, fell back, over-rotating a little bit, falling back even more. Miko putting a really solid lead line here. Putting that car exactly where he needs to. Wow! And what an incredible wall ride there from Miko. All the way against the wall, all the way around. Great lead there from Miko. Incredible lead for Miko.
Miko really throwing it all the way onto that wall.
Yeah, he backed it in there and just kept it there. And there we have it. Miko will get the win over Bean. Miko move on to the finals, and Bean will battle for third place. Seems as though he already left the server though, so either Siwalek or Mark Slides We'll get third place.
Do you want to do this one, or do you want me to do this one?
You can go ahead and finish it out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I like just controlling the drone camera sometimes.
There you go. All right, Mark slides in that Austin Solek in the S15, who will make their way into the finals. Two really good drivers so far, putting down really good runs. Mark Slides was bumper to bumper on that transition, trying to close up some proximity, and he does. A little bit shallow into the outside wall, or that outside zone, sorry. A really good wall right there from Sulek.
Yeah.
And it's all going to come down to... Oh, Bean's back.
All right.
So it looks like we will have a third place battle. And they pull themselves back up to the line. Sulek getting a little bit of a jump there. Make sure he gets on his door from initiation. It's a little bit further back, but right there, bumper to bumper. The way through the chicane, all the way to that outside wall. No, still bumper to bumper. Sulek, really good chase here. Mark Slides dropping a tire. Over rotates, makes contact with Sulek. And man, hate to see it.
I wonder what happened there. Was Sulek holding him up? Because he really snapped. I wonder if he just simply over-rotated, just like, you know, snap angled, or if Sulek held him up at all.
Might have been Mark just snapping a little late, because Sulek was just on behind his bumper.
That was really weird. It's almost like something just broke.
Oh. Which would be really weird, because it's not a real car. But goes to Sulek. Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
There we go. Sulek will move on to the finals. Mark Slides will battle for third place right now.
Against Bean in that S15. Wait to pull them up to the line. Bean will be leading first. Mark Slides giving chase.
Bean against Mark Slides. Third place.
Alrighty. Green light flashes and they are off. Mark Slides right on his door through initiation. But they're right there. Bean popping the curb into the wall. And that is going to, unfortunately, shut down that run. Mark Slides bringing his car around to the finish.
I wonder if they are going to let him have his second run, or if they're just going to give it to Mark Slides. Seems like they're letting him come back to the line, so we'll just run with it. Maybe since it's for third place.
Oh, they did the same for DJ. I think it's just happen of circumstance. But anyway, both drivers off. Bean gonna have to close up some proximity there, cutting a lot of angle. Almost straightening out. Almost looked like he did straighten right there. Mark Slides putting down a really good lead run here. Bean having to close up some of that proximity. But Mark Slides right on that wall, across the line. And there you have it. Who will take third place? And it's Mark Slides.
All right, Mark Slides secures third place, locks it in. Now we have Miko against Sulek for first place. Should be a really, really good battle here for first. Both drivers very, very good.
This is almost the final battle I pretty much predicted in my head.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The Bolt driver's up to the line. Miko in that 836. Sulik in the S15. Miko initiates. Really good initiation. Sulik, I'm getting a little bit of proximity. Bumper to bumper on transition through the chicane, though. Sitting right there with him. So far, really good run by these two. Sulik right on Miko's door. Coming around to the wall ride. A huge contact there from Sulik. Putting Miko into the wall. Man, oh man, that may just be what does it. But we'll have to see. Second run here. Anything can happen. And so far we've seen a lot of happening through this comp. Both drivers off, green light flashes. The battle for first place. So like really good initiation. Miko right there with them. Through the chicane here. So like all the way out to that wall. But Miko not breaking off of his door. Coming around to this long left-hander. He's right there with them. Coming to the final turn here. Really good outside zone there. Keeping it right on the ball. And man, oh man.
What a battle. What an incredible battle between these two.
Very great driving fight by both drivers. You love to see it, especially in a final battle like this. But I can say one thing for sure. The winner is definitely white.
It's white.
Car is definitely white, I'll tell you that. It's definitely white on the winner's car.
Oh, yeah?
I would say.
Well, we shall see.
Yeah. It's really all going to come down to that contact on that wall in that first run.
Yeah, it is.
Was it either Miko slowing too much, or was it just Sulik being really shallow and not holding the amount of angle that Miko was? I think that's really what's going to come down to. Because other than that, really good runs by both drivers. Nothing really to critique. It's really solid driving by both drivers. And no matter who wins it, they definitely deserved it. Or even this could even go one more time. We may see another amazing battle between these two. But all in the judges' hands now.
I think that, I think in Miko's lead, he might have bumped the wall before Sulik bumped him.
Maybe that may be something to look at.
Oh, there we have it. Judges have gone with Miko, and he will be today's winner. Miko in the E36, Sulik second in the S15, and Mark third in the Aston Martin. And that is our podium today. I wonder if they're going to do a podium train or if not. Probably not. Nope, I don't think so. But, all right. Well, Verm, you have anything you want to add to the end of today's live stream? The competition today?
Congratulations to Miko and all the drivers who competed today. Thank you for showing out. And happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I know we got a few here in the server. So just happy Father's Day to all. And yeah. Have a good rest of your day.
Yep, I agree. Happy Father's Day to any of you guys out there that may be fathers. Sorry for the comp being so short today. You know, like I said, we only had 16 drivers show up today due to it. I'm assuming it being Father's Day. But that's going to conclude it. You guys make sure to join us in 2 weeks for another competition. We'll be back in the street cars. But as far as that, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you next time. See ya.